Hey, how's it going? My name is Nick. This is You Don't Scare Me. This portion of the video is scripted. Today we're tackling a request from Julianne from Australia. She's sent in several clips that she wants us to take a look at and debunk. So the first clip is of Till Lindemann from Rammstein, where his eyes supposedly turn into lizard eyes. It's actually CGI. So the effect comes from Rammstein's Paris concert film, which was edited with heavy CGI and post-production effects for the theatrical experience. To prove it, here's another example of the same film where similar effects were used. Well, not similar. I mean, you'll see. There's no conspiracy here, just clever editing. Leave a comment down below if you disagree, but, I mean, proof is in the pudding, right here. The second clip is this one. You're gonna have to suspend your disbelief on my explanation for a moment, and I'll explain this to you. It's practical. It's a practical effect. What they've done is they've actually stuck a mirror on the left side of the tree so that when the guy leans back behind the tree, it looks like he vanishes behind a tree that's way too thin for him to see. And the reason why I know it's a mirror is because you can see that the river, gully, little channel kind of cuts at a weird spot. Check it out. This tree branch right here is duplicated on the background. Do you see what I'm saying here? I'm going to stop it there. That's not a flare. Full stop. That's just a heat wave effect that's been placed on top of the video. It does have a heat signature. It's just not showing up here because it's not a heat camera. It's not a thermal. It's a peacock. You want to see another peacock in a tree? Pretty cool, huh? And now we debunk Nuke's Top 5's video, 5 scary ghost videos that will make you say nope.
The Cleanwater Demon House. In this next video, the YouTube ghost hunting channel Twin Paranormal.
Oh great, Twin Paranormal, the people who cut their video every 5 seconds. Count with me.
Travels to the Cleanwater Demon House in Reno, Nevada. The mysterious house was built in 1926 and has been vacant for over 30 years. Now, not much is known about the property, but local legend says that an entire family lost their lives inside the home at the hands of a drifter passing through town.
Well, strangely enough, that might not be the most far-fetched thing I've ever heard on this channel.
The Twin Paranormal team, which includes twin brothers Ryan and River, along with their friends Nick and Wyatt, capture some very chilling footage of their own at the Cleanwater Demon House. As soon as they begin their investigation, they start to hear strange, unexplained sounds coming from the darkness.
Count with me. 1, 2. 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Did you get that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,
That sounded
2,
like it was upstairs.
3, 4, 5. 1,
there's anybody
2,
upstairs,
3, 4,
Make
5.
that noise again.
7.
Right here. Dude, there's walking. It's back there. Yo. They weren't joking about this place, man.
I finally got a standalone camera, the OBS bot, whatever. The auto exposure is terrible, so I turned it off. Anyways, the knock came from right beside the ginger kid, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that he just knocked on the passageway frame beside him.
It seems that most of the creepy sounds seem to be coming from somewhere up above them. So Ryan asks the spirit if it wants them to go upstairs. That's when they capture this.
Do you want us to come upstairs? Was that a yeah?
Kind of sounds like they added that yeah in post. It's just faint enough, but for some reason picks up perfectly clearly once they boost the volume. Sounds like it was recorded at a higher volume, and then the volume was reduced and then stuck over the video very slightly.
That was a yeah. I think so. Alright, I'm gonna keep this night vision camera recording down here just in case if we do catch anything down here. We're gonna go upstairs. So let's go up there, see what we can catch.
And with that, the Twin Paranormal team heads upstairs to investigate. However, not long after they get upstairs, they now suddenly begin to hear odd noises back downstairs.
How convenient that the stuff never happens in the same room as them.
What they didn't know at the time is that something seems to have followed them to the second floor.
You said that you heard stuff down there? What?
Yeah, the walking outside was super loud down here.
I didn't see anything when I looked outside.
Did you see it? A small dark figure about the size of a young child seems to creep up the stairs right behind them.
Again, we have no way of determining whether this was happening at the same time. Continuity is a bitch. Yesterday's video was recorded over 3 days. Did you notice?
What happens next is truly bizarre.
What was that?
Go. No,
It kind of sounds like he knocked over a bunch of glass, and if we don't see his perspective of the glass actually falling down without his intervention, then I'm going to assume that's exactly what happened.
with me, right? No. Battery just died. Battery just died. Are you filming?
Get a battery right now.
Holy crap.
Battery just died? Or did you just turn off the GoPro and now you want to pretend like the battery died?
Now get a battery.
Some large unknown glass object is thrown across the room and crashes, sending the terrified team members running back down the stairs.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Unknown.
Later, they try to investigate the source of the loud crash, but they just can't find anything.
How convenient.
Back downstairs now, the ghost hunters ask the spirit questions using a modified spirit box.
A modified spirit box? You mean a fucking cell phone with a spooky ghost app on it that's going to feed you spooky ghost words?
They get some very creepy answers, but something even creepier seems to be there with them, lurking in the darkness.
Do you need our help?
I do.
Did you see it? Some odd white mist can be seen moving toward the guys briefly, then it seems to retreat back.
Dude, that's just the light being blocked by one of their bodies. You know, otherwise known as a shadow? What you're seeing is the white part, where the shadow is not blocking the light.
Back into the shadows.
Do you need our help?
You can check out the full series of investigations of the Clean Water Demon House over on Twin Paranormal's YouTube channel.
No thanks.
Alright, besides that alarm, I just heard some more sounds. I don't know what it is, man, but this place is creepy.
Why do you think that all hospitals have perfectly even floors? If they did, the beds wouldn't have locks.
I want to get the out of here.
A hospital bed seems to move on its own, and Noah really just wants to leave. But he can't abandon his guard duty. Later that same night, he hears more noises and goes to check again, making sure that all of the hospital rooms are empty. Then this happens.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and look over here. Checking the rooms and
Cool, the sound happens and he doesn't jerk around in sudden startled fashion, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that sound was added in post.
Is about to go into one of the dark rooms. He hears the sound of a hospital meal tray crash into something in the hallway.
With such a crash, you would expect that the meal tray would still be moving once he turned the camera towards it.
dude, this shit, honestly, like.
Blah blah blah, 2 weeks pass, he records something new terrifying.
Alright guys, I'm at the empty floors. I was hearing some noise coming up right now. It's kind of freaking me out, so I'm gonna be filming a little bit. Seeing some What the What the
Did you see it?
Oh, you bet I did.
As Noah is walking down the hallway, checking each room, he captures a terrifying dark figure just standing at a window inside one of the hospital rooms.
He captures his co-conspirator standing at the window, and then he passes the doorway, giving the other person enough time to back up and hide beside the bed. But for some reason the video cuts out at that point, doesn't it?
Seconds later, Noah turns back to look into the room, and nothing there. So did Noah capture a ghost on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I love how he always says elaborate hoax as if that's what it is, because it's just not.
Ricky. Hi, Ricky, Ricky. Ricky, no, Ricky. Ricky.
Oh sweet, a Kinect camera. You know what you can do with that? You can record and then replay.
Using a Kinect camera in infrared mode, he captured what looks like the figures of a woman and child.
Oh, you mean there's no more to that video? This is the bulk of the paranormal things that happened within that investigation? So you recorded on your Kinect camera, and then you replayed that, and then submitted that as paranormal evidence.
They seemed to stare at Ricky from the darkness before simply disappearing into thin air.
Except they didn't disappear into thin air, they walked around the corner.
After many requests from viewers, he returns to the decaying log cabin to find out more about the strange apparitions. This time he is joined by his friend and fellow paranormal investigator Jaguar. Soon after starting the live stream, Ricky sees something that sends them both running.
¿Por qué? Porque las energías tanto se pueden llegar a tu persona.
Sí.
Porque tú.
Ey. Jaguar. Aquí.
Did you see it? A small shadowy figure the size of a child walks into frame and then quickly runs away and out of sight.
You know for a damn fact that that small child is his daughter. In the previous video, he had a woman with him, and they have a child. They don't record the child outside of making it a paranormal video. There was another video of theirs where they were investigating a small house, and they were trying to coax a spirit of a small girl out, and that small girl peeked around the corner and they ran away. That's the same people. It's their daughter. They're just trying to make it seem like it's some sort of paranormal thing.
Porque las energías tanto se pueden llegar a tu persona.
Sí.
Porque tú.
Ey. Jaguar.
Ricky and Jaguar run after the figure and check the cabin, but they don't find anyone.
Of course not, because it took them way too long to get over there, and the kid's already up the stairs hiding.
As they head upstairs to investigate and are maneuvering their way around the missing ceiling, Ricky gets confirmation that they are not alone.
Hola. Qué lugar, Cuidado.
¿Qué fue eso? Por ahí anda el niño,
Está.
Órale.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. I think it is a girl and it is your daughter. I don't even want to see the rest of it. There was a cut in the video, in the original video. I went and watched it.
No mames. Jaguar. Dime que no estoy loco. Dime que sí lo escuchaste.
Claro que se escuchó el canto.
Ricky and Jaguar are unable to make out where the voice is coming from. At this point, Ricky asks the spirit to show itself. And it does.
Niño. ¿Algún espíritu o alma demonio que se encuentra en este lugar? Manifiéstate.
Same old tricks. I guess maybe he has a son too.
¡Nene!
Siente pesadísimo.
So I suppose even though you were looking directly down that hallway, you somehow managed to not see it in person, even though it was very clear to us on the video. I suppose you're going to try to say that maybe it wasn't visible in person, aren't you?
A child quickly runs from right to left, right in front of Ricky. Strangely enough, Ricky doesn't even seem to notice the child. He only finds out about the strange appearance when he reads his live stream comments and sees that his viewers in live chat are trying to warn him.
Typical. You got your flashlight trained right on a spot. You're asking for something to happen. Your camera's trained on the spot. So why aren't you?
Pasó corriendo. Pasó corriendo. Pasó frente a mí. No. ¿Tú viste algo? ¿Te gustaría liberar?
Me siento culpable, Ricky.
Pero te gustaría... ¿Qué? ¿Qué tienes?
Really? You're standing exactly in the perfect spot for that? You're not moving towards the camera? You're just standing there? Where's his flashlight? I think you're orchestrating this whole thing and pretending that it's a live stream.
Ay, güey. ¿Qué?
I've had enough of these guys. Next video.
Now the dog apparently sleeps here all the time and never tumbles off the couch arm like this.
You really fucking expect me to believe that?
Cassie believes that he was pushed, but obviously this might just be a silly doggy accidentally falling off the couch.
No shit, Sherlock. What was your first clue?
But the next night, something happens that is quite a bit harder to explain. Someone seems to be looking into the house from an outside window, slowly clawing at the glass. Then, as the camera's night vision turns off, the person seems to disappear.
Night vision, infrared, has a different reflective property to full light. The person is still visible through the door after the night vision is turned off. It's just harder to see. That's just the homeowner out there making another ghost video because the dog getting pushed off the couch went viral.
Reaching out from the other side. Over on the Taiwanese ghost hunting channel 01 Supernatural Studio, paranormal investigator Seimei is exploring an abandoned karaoke club that was partially destroyed in a fire.
Wow, sucks. I hear you guys really like karaoke.
Now, this club was a bit rougher than what you might think of when you think of karaoke in the Western world. It was divided into many semi-private rooms where people could do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, that's what a karaoke bar is. You know, drink, have karaoke, elaborate.
As a result, several people lost their lives due to violence and overdoses. And Seimei says that some club goers perished in the sudden fire that caused the club to be closed down.
Bummer, but not unexpected.
Now, Seimei has heard creepy stories about this place. He is all alone and already a bit nervous as he starts his investigation. He says that a friend of his had attempted to explore the club only weeks earlier, but had ended up running out in terror after he heard an unexplained voice, followed by mysterious knocking from inside the restroom door.
Probably a squatter.
Seimei decides to test out his friend's story. He knocks on the same door to see if he can provoke some supernatural reaction. But at first, nothing really happens.
Yeah, the squatter's gonna be sleeping this time.
他就说，他走过来之后，他看到这个镜子，这个化妆室，他觉得后面有一个人站着，然后他甚至很怀疑说，那个敲门声是就从这个地方传来的。那我现在试着敲门看看。
Okay, but why'd you cut the video?
有人伫个无？有人的话给我一些回应好吗？谢谢。对啊，没有声音啊。靠！
The knock is probably from a first take. So he knocked and then nothing happened. He cut that part of the video out. He knocked a second time. Nothing happened. So he took the audio from the first knock and just put it in the middle of this clip.
有没有听到？有没有听到？这件好臭哦！有没有听到？
Look, which is more believable? That a ghost knocked on the glass or that he's a video editor? Given the fact that he's a video producer, he edits his own videos, he can very simply just pretend like something happened.
Now, a little shaken up, Seimei points the camera towards the door and starts asking questions with a K2 meter. He keeps hearing strange sounds and the K2 meter occasionally goes off.
Does he have a key fob in his pocket? Because that makes the K2 meter go off too.
But nothing too extreme. But then, this happens.
的朋友告诉我，他之前来这里的白天，在这个厕所有听到好像敲门的声音。那我刚刚来这个地方，我敲门打了招呼之后，既然里面有人回复我，那个一定是你们吧？是的话，不要客气，给一些反应好吗？谢谢。
A small hand seems to press against the door from inside the empty restroom.
It's a static shot. He's not in the shot, which means he's in the bathroom.
As Seimei asks questions. Then, the hand simply disappears back into the room. As Seimei continues to explore, he begins to feel an odd presence. An angry presence.
Oh great, so now he has ESP, huh?
这地方故事不多，但是我必须说，一个地方废弃了，它本来就是阴森森的。那我也说过，废弃了也很容易去招来一些不好的东西进驻。
Look, I got a comment the other day that said stop interrupting the video. If you want to watch the video, then maybe you should go to Nuke's Top 5's channel, because this is a debunking channel. Therefore, I'm going to interrupt it to debunk the videos. If you want to watch the original video, I told you the title of it in the beginning.
这个地方它本身就发生过事情，那加上它要废弃了，所以那敲门的回应声，what the？
You're stepping on a bunch of broken shit. That's probably what happened.
谁丢我东西？谁丢我东西？我刚刚被打到了。
You probably stepped on something that recoiled up and tapped you.
然后打到之后，然后就这个东西我也不知道是什么东西打到我，看地上这么脏乱，我被打到了。
Pics or it didn't happen. Oh wait, you can't. Because you weren't recording behind you. So now we just have to trust you. But sorry, quite frankly, I don't.
其实我刚刚在问玉达的时候，他是真的不太欢迎我，那觉得我打扰到他们了。好，那我就这边画面再带一带，然后东西拿一拿，我就赶快离开，不要再打扰你们了哈。
And with that, CGI decides to just end his investigation and leave.
Typical paranormal investigator. You just run away.
You can see more paranormal investigations over on his YouTube channel, 01 Supernatural Studio.
I'll pass. I'm going to cut this one short. Did the viewer requests in the beginning and then went through a Nuke's Top 5 video. The reason why the video is so short is because 90% of the Nuke's Top 5 video was exposition. He was explaining what is going to happen before it happened. And then he was explaining what happened after it happened. And I cut most of it out. I'm in a little bit of a bad mood. Got a ingrown hair in my nose and it's pissing me off. I got a new camera. Can't seem to get it to work exactly how I want it to. It's just not as good as my Pixel. But the Pixel happens to have a lot of visual glitches, so the trade-off is learning how to use this new camera. It's not my best work, this video. I mean, the viewer requested debunks in the beginning was the main focus. The rest of it was just a bonus to pad out the runtime a bit so that it made more sense to produce the video. And yet it still took me 5.5 hours to actually produce this video. Because I kept messing with the camera settings trying to figure it out. Anyways. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you. I'm going to try to record another video. Maybe go do something for a bit to get my mood up. I got Cult of the Lamb on my Switch. And I've been having fun with that. So. See you in the next one. Okay, bye.